Welcome to Talk Ladies Zone. Today is August the 16th, 2023, and we're going to be talking about NXT results because we got NXT Heatwave, we got multiple matches, we got a mixed tag team match. Dragon Lee and Lara Bakira will be versing Rhea Ripley and Dirty Dom, Dominic Mysterio. We got the Heritage Cup Championship on the line. It will be Nathan Frazier versus Noah Dar. We have Von Wanger will be versus Baron Corbin because they have a segment. And Von Wanger almost put Baron Corbin through a table. Baron Corbin likes to open his big mouth, but he gets his butt kicked a lot too. But we got a lot of things happening, and we found out who will be facing Carmelo Hayes at Heatwave for his championship as well, because we have a number contenders match between Dijak and Wesley. Oh man, I got the yawns. Oh, yeah. I thought I could stop the yawns, but I can't. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get to that, we have a couple of hours until the next DLC, the last 2K23 DLC, and now my full roster is finally full. That means because everybody is finally out. We got Damon Kemp coming out, Nathan Frazier, we got Andre Chase, Wade Barrett, and Eve Torres. Pretty cool. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm guessing somebody's contract is going to expire in midnight. And her name is Lacey Evans. She put it on X, not Twitter. No, she put it on Instagram, and ladies and gentlemen, she has a new name. She put her a new name. I forgot the name was, but now she has a new name. So, midnight now of Wednesday morning, she will be out of the WWE. Is that good for Lacey Evans? I think it's good for her because she has not getting used a lot in WWE. Every time she gets used, it goes down in the toilet. There's some people they could use. There's some people they can't use. But maybe now there's one less woman in there. Now they could actually use, like, who's on SmackDown? Because Lacey Evans was on SmackDown. So if they stop using her now because she's gone, who's on SmackDown that never gets used? I was going to say Xia Li, but I think she's on Raw. Who's on SmackDown that doesn't get used? I think a lot of people get used on SmackDown. Chauncey's in a rivalry with Bayley. Damage Control is getting used. Charlotte Flair is getting used. Bianca Belair is. And Asuka. I have no idea. Now that Morgan and Raquel, they're on Raw, so it doesn't matter for them. And they're supposed to be injured, so that's why we haven't seen them a lot. We've seen Raquel in a couple of segments, but she hasn't been in a match because it's supposed to be she's injured. Just like with Jey Uso, some people are saying he actually quit WWE, but no, he did not quit. Guys, this is how they're going to do this, okay? If you guys see the interview between Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso, their goal is they want to face each other at WrestleMania. This is the only way they could do that, by Jimmy betraying Jey Uso of the Bloodline. Jimmy's not part of Bloodline, but he might be part of it. We don't know. Maybe that's still the plan. But now, we have months until WrestleMania. They're not going to build up the whole rivalry for like September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 8 months they're going to make this rivalry. Yeah, they can't make this hot and heated up for 8 months. They're going to run out of ideas. I think that Jey Uso is going to be gone for a couple of months, since now to December. and he's going to make his return somewhere maybe in the Royal Rumble and cost Jimmy Uso for something. He could take him out with a Royal Rumble match. And I think that's what they're going to do. That's what I think. Because that's only a couple of months. That's not 8 months to heat up this whole rivalry between Jimmy and Jay. And they actually could make this WrestleMania match actually happen. I want to see who wins too. Who's the better brother? I think every brother wants to know that. If you have a brother or a sister, you want to see who's better. Sometimes I want to do that with my brothers, but we're not going to wrestle for it. I want to see who's better. Who will WWE make a top guy win his first ever singles match at WrestleMania against his own brother? Who will WWE make? Who will they let to be winner? I don't know what I just said there, but I wonder, because remember, they already know who wins. We don't know who wins, but I want to know, who will Triple H, if he's still the head of creative until April, who will Triple H say, yes, I want him to win. I want Jimmy. I want Jay. I wonder who it will be. Main event Jey Uso or Jimmy Uso. There's no nickname for Jimmy yet. And I think this is a good time to embrace Jimmy Uso's heel. Not only against Jey Uso. Now he can do it with other wrestlers. And super kick those guys and be a heel. And then when we need a really big babyface, that could be Jey Uso making his return and finally making this match at WrestleMania. We got 8 months. They're not going to make this rivalry go so long until 8 months. Because they got pay-per-views. They could put those guys in the matches and pay-per-views. But they want to face each other one time at WrestleMania. And I think Triple H is going to let that happen. Triple H made some matches happen that people want to see. And sometimes the wrestlers want as well. So I think Triple H is going to let this happen. If he's still the head of creative until September. Because remember, the merging deal is going to be finalized in September. So, and Triple H is not going to be in the be part of the board of directors. So, will he stay as the head of creative? I think there's going to be one person from UFC in the boards, and one person from WWE will be in the boards, and I think that's Nick Khan. And whoever is the boss of UFC could be will be part of the board of directors. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got some NXT talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, we got interesting matches. Not a lot of segments. Like I said, we got Baron Corbin. He wants to talk trash about the NXT roster and all that stuff. And Von Wenger and Robert Stone is not happy about that. But Von Wenger, Mr. Baron Corbin made fun of Von Wenger, saying that he shouldn't be talking and all that stuff. He shouldn't have the mic. But Von Wenger issued a challenge to Baron Corbin, and I guess he accepted the match. And then he was about to get powerbombed through a table. But Braun Breaker's not happy about that. He says, Baron Corbin, why are you fighting Von Wenger? And Baron Corbin says he just wants to fight him. I don't know. So there's not a lot of segments here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get to the matches here. We got Tony D'Angelo and Stax defending their NXT Tag Team titles with against the Dyad. And the more people that will might not renew their contracts, like Lacey Evans, but they're going to be gone in October. So we have 2 more months until they're gone. We don't know what dates, but in October they will be gone. That's sad. But maybe more when they're gone, more tag teams could get more opportunities to the tag team titles. No more Dyad getting the shots. Well, it was a pretty decent not bad, but there's so many freaking followers of the Schism tree There's so many of them. It's like every time they have a match, it's like a lumberjack match. But and then Ivy Nile came out, and then a big giant pile of these Schism followers crowding, surrounding, or blocking Ivy Nile to get to the ring. And then there's two more of these followers, but they attacked the dyad, and they look like they were doing moves like the Creed brothers, like that weird cartwheel slam and then a clothesline that Julius Creed does. So I think the Creed brothers are back on NXT, but I don't think they're supposed to be back. Are they supposed to be back? I have no idea. But Tony D'Angelo and Stacks retains the titles. And then we have Belair Davenport versus Dana Brooke, and Dana Brooke snapped. There is something wrong with her. She won't stop yelling at Jordan's, see, this is how you do it. And she grabbed the ring bell. She wants to crack the head of Belair Davenport with the ring bell. But Jordan stopped her, said, no, that's not how you do it. You have to fight fairly, and Dana Brooke is not happy about that. And then she got kneed in the face. Belair Davenport gets the win. Well, we see Carmelo Hayes signing autographs. And then he got interrupted by Wesley before his match. And Carmelo Hayes says, come back to me with a contract when you win your match. And then Dijak did the same thing, saying that he's going to take the title. And Carmelo Hayes told Dijak he's the only one that's going to Heatwave right now. And Dijak says, not yet. Dijak is not in that match. So, that's happened there. Then we had Trick Williams versus Drew Gulak. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Trick Gulak was having all his friends helping him, Damon Kemp and Charlie Dempsey, but here comes Brooke Jensen and Josh Briggs attacking Damon Kemp and Charlie Dempsey. And I believe there was security guards got rid of those guys. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Trick Williams, and he will be facing Dragunov next week on Heatwave. And then we got Wesley versus Dijak. I thought it was a pretty decent match, ladies and gentlemen. It was great. I thought it was a pretty great match. But the winner of that match was Wesley after Dijak threw Wesley into a gap of the barricade of the fans and the black barricade that's where the arena is. And then you just see, looking at Dijak, was Eddie Thorpe. And then Dijak was about to hit Eddie Thorpe, but he did not punch him. He did not make a disqualification. Wesley did a nice Hurricanrana into Dijak, and he got his kick. The winner of that match was Wesley, and he's heading to Heatwave. But he needs to get that contract signed. I will tell you guys what happened to that. Then we had Tyler Bate versus Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey is upset that Tyler Bate got rid of the Heritage Cup, the fake one that Noam Dar holds. He's not. Remember, Nathan Fraser is the real champion. But it was a pretty decent match until nobody won the match because of Dabba-Kato attacking everybody. And then we had JC Jane versus Thea Hale. And Thea Hale is having a little more problems with Andre Chase. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I believe he was about to throw the towel in again. And he distracted Thea Hale by arguing with her. And JC Jane gets the win. That's not good for for Thea Hale. But, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wesley... Alright, said Carmelo Hayes, you sign all these autographs, now you need to sign the biggest thing, and that's the contract. And Carmelo Hayes says, I will see you next week at Heatwave. So, and Wesley doesn't want to wait. He throws all the autographs on the ground, knocks one of the legs of the table, and drags it to the ring to have a contract signing. So we have a contract signing, and they had some words to say. Wesley talking about his journey to be part of WWE. Talking about, I guess, his indie wrestling. And people are saying that he can't do it and all that stuff. And he talked about his former tag team partner. He did not say his name. I guess they're not allowed. And when he lost his tag team partner, he lost the tag titles. He's saying that people are saying to him that he can't be a singles wrestler winning a singles championship, but he proved them wrong by winning the North American title and being one of the greatest champions. They both said words. They both signed the contract. Carmelo Hayes holds that championship up in the air, and then you just saw Wesley jumps and smashes the table by jumping on it. And we're going to see that match. I think it would be a pretty decent match to watch between Carmelo Hayes and Wesley. I can't wait for this DLC to come out. Ladies and gentlemen, Wade Barrett, we got Eve, we got 3 NXT guys. I can't wait because it feels like more current WWE roster. If you guys know what I mean, there's like more NXT guys in this thing. There's a lot of wrestlers, superstars are not in the game, but there's a lot of them that is in the game. I want to say like a quarter of them, or I can't say a half of them. I can't say half of them are in the game. Because remember, Pretty Deadly is already in the main roster, but most of them are in there. Like Tiffany Stratton, all the top ones. I don't know, Damon Kemp is a top one, but he's like a big heel, and Andre Chase is a big base. People loves Andre Chase. People love Nathan Fraser. People love Tiffany Stratton. And Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. I'm happy for that. Wendy Cho, not big, but it could help your women's division in NXT. So, yeah. Interesting to see. For this year's 2K's DLC. I wonder what next year's going to look like. A lot of people are complaining about AEW. I haven't played it for a while either. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said with AEW, when I first got it, you will have fun for a couple minutes and then you stop having fun. Because it's an exhibition game. Even when you play online, it's going to be the same thing. I know they're putting this new Stadium Stampede mini game. I wish it was a match, not a mini game. But I tried everything. I didn't try every wrestler, but it feels like every wrestler has like the same moves, except for the finishing moves. And the other thing I don't like is that I had to buy people's Titantrons or moves or taunts. Like the wrestlers that are actually in the game, I had to buy their Titantrons. I had to win matches to get money to buy the Titantrons. Shouldn't they already have the Titantrons by default because they're in the game? You're making more problems, not more problems, but more efforts and more work because everybody wants to see the Titantrons. People want to see the moves. People want to see the taunts. But we can't do that because we have to buy them. Like, why would you have to buy them? In 2K, everybody had their everybody had their Titantrons and the music, their moves, their taunts, everything when the game came out. I didn't have to buy anything. Even with the DLCs, you just had to install the DLC. They have their moves, they have their entrance, they have everything. I don't need to touch anything. The only thing I need to touch is put them in the rosters. Put in my old school roster. Put in my current show roster. That's the only thing I need to touch. I don't need to touch the. I don't need to touch anything. So I don't know what you guys think about AEW for Fight Forever, but for me right now, they need to get it better because I lost focus. I lost interest in this game. They're hyping it up on commercials and on their TV program, but they're not really doing much about it. They're just trying to hype it up. But everybody already played the game. It's almost it's a 2-month-old game almost. And people are not having fun with it right now. So, I've been playing 2K23 and waiting for the DLC to come out. That's what I've been waiting for. And it's finally coming out tonight, tomorrow, whatever you want to call it. Because I'm doing this on Tuesday. So yeah, I'm sorry AEW, but I tried it and I had fun. And now I've just got bored of it and lost interest because there's not a lot of match types. There's not a lot of things that you could do on there. The road to Elite doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. You go to a battle royal and then you go to a tag team, go into a tag team with a random guy. I chose Cody Rhodes and I team up with Dustin Rhodes. Maybe that's not random, but yeah. Some people get like team up with Jon Moxley if you choose like Adam Cole. What? When did that ever happen? That Jon Moxley and Adam Cole teams up. I don't know who else people chose. But that's what I think, guys. It doesn't make any sense. The road to Elite. At least my rise was more I don't know what I'm trying to say here. More accurate, being a superstar and you're going up, you're rising up, not in random matches. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but at least 2K actually made my rise actually feel like you're like a superstar that's trying to rise up to the top. AEW Fight Forever, the road to Elite is not doing that. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I can't wait for the next 2K DLC, the last one to come out. It's finally coming out. I still have to wait until 12 or 1 in Canada, but I don't care. At least I still get it, and I can't wait. I could try and kill some time by doing chores, by doing some stuff. Take a nap. But ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait. And I go to wrestling this Sunday as well. I will be seeing Lance Archer live. I'm going to be watching Trent Seven live. The MLW World Champion live. And Killing Dane. If you guys don't know who Killing Dane is, Big Damo. That's his real name now. That's his name in wrestling now. But if you don't know who that guy is, he was from Sanity. We're going to see Jody Threat, Kylie King. Who else is in there that I do remember? That's from other wrestling promotions. Jake something. Yeah, that's his name. Even that other MLW guy, Mans Warner. I think he's MLW. I think so. Is he? Thought he was. And his tag team partner, whoever that guy is. I don't watch MLW, but I do remember. I look on Facebook that this Alex Zane guy won the world championship on MLW, so that's how I remember who he is. And now I get to see what how he does in the ring. Is he that good to be a world champion? We will find out. But that's all for me today. Tyler's out. See you guys tomorrow for AEW results. Chris Jericho's answer, we will find out. That's all for me today. Tyler's out. Bye!